Welcome back to Contendo's series of Training Management System tutorials. This tutorial is going to show you how easy it is to add new users to your Contendo TMS. Now, if your organization has more than 10 or 15 employees, you might not want to add your whole team manually, but it is good to know how to do it, especially when you're in the setup stage and want to add your administrative team that will be managing your TMS with you. We'll get into the mass user imports in another separate tutorial. The first step to adding new users to your TMS is clicking on the users icon at the top right of the screen. This is a pretty straightforward page where you can see all of the users in your system, as well as a blue button to add new users and a green button to export your team list to an Excel file. You can also perform a few actions on your users here, such as edit account information, edit user details, direct assignments to that user, edit that user's administrator settings, that's if they're an admin, or delete that user. Feel free to click around to get familiar, but don't get too concerned with them just yet. We'll get into them in detail later. Let's add a new user to your TMS by clicking on the blue New User button. For each new user, you'll need to fill out this standard information such as first name, last name, email address, job title, and then you'll have to select that user's role in the TMS. As you can see in the dropdown, there are 3 options to choose from. Employees are granted access to the TMS, but they're really only given access to view training, take tests, print their certificates, and edit their own personal account details. Supervisors have all of those employee privileges, but they also have limited admin privileges such as the ability to run reports, upload certificates, upload field assessments, or receive notifications for training that is about to expire for any employee or employees under their supervision. The third role that you can select is Administrator, which will create a user with the same access and privileges that you have. Let's go ahead and create a second admin account, and for the sake of this instruction, we'll select Demo User as its supervisor. If you want to make a user that doesn't have a supervisor, no problem. Just leave this option unselected. The Contractor toggle lets you define your users within your system as contractors rather than default users. Whether you set a contractor up as an employee, supervisor, or administrator in the roles dropdown, the only real difference is that they have the option of associating a business profile, which is very useful for managing users outside of your organization. Since we're just creating a second admin for a tutorial, let's leave this toggle unchecked. The final step to creating a new user is selecting a password. If you choose to leave these fields blank, the system will generate its own password and will email it to the new user, along with login instructions and a clickable web link to access the system. Since I don't want the TMS to email the new user, I'm going to type one in here and confirm it here and finish off this task by clicking Save User. And that's how you manually create a new user with Contendo's Training Management System. I hope you found this video helpful. In the next video, we're going to create the foundation and structure for your TMS by building groups and subgroups to organize your team the way that they're really organized within your company. See you there!